to get this finished.
Scully, look at the markings on this door.
I've seen this before, Mulder. Alien symbols. I think I can decipher this.
It's here.
How? Do you have an
just beyond
alien
these
dictionary?
doors.
And what do we do when we get there?
I don't know. I'm just making it up as I go along. He derives his power
Babelfish
from
is
the
helping.
artifact.
We cut off his power source, we stop him.
Or piss him off even more. You work on this door. I think I can find another way in.
Any other words of advice?
Resist or serve.
And again. Oh, Silas, where did he come from? What? As I said before, what's the point of working on the door if he's found another entry? Really, it's starting to piss me off. And stop spewing all over me. Very much. See, look, I didn't even have to work on the door. I get a key for it. What is the point? Ooh, I can translate this. Yeah, Google's an amazing thing for translating. But I don't think it has an alien alien language translator. How does she know how to translate this? Well, I take this all back. Of course, there's the whole sixth extinction and the translating of the symbols on the spacecraft. Spacecraft cover, but that's not the point. This could be a different dialect. Alien language. I don't mean to take issue with this, but it's just the way she says it. And more to the point, if that is the case, why didn't she translate the markings on that dead guy's body? See, all this stuff is pointless. Telling us this stuff I can translate it and that means nothing if she then goes, beats a guy and gets a key. Yeah, because I've got it. Suckers! I'm running away now. Lock and load. Again, she pulled it from her ass! It's the Borg! They're beaming down, no! The entity. And again, doesn't Mulder beat you on his playthrough? As nice as Scully has some boss battles, but... I'm gonna beat you without the cheats, honestly. I'm not gonna beat the crap. this easy. Now, if only Mulder's part was remotely easier. Not as easy as that, but not necessarily long as it actually is. Where's the artifact? I want it back, please. You know, it was the only tangible proof, but I just felt like bringing it with me. My mind. Mulder feeling strongly that the artifact has been I'll go back to. Mulder's heightened senses have led us to the old ruins on the edge of a lake. A drainage pump set up by special forces is lowering the water level. Mulder believes the alien spacecraft is below more ruins somewhere beneath the water. I showed Agent Mulder the alien fragment from Rausch, but it had little impact. His search for the truth requires him to keep going further. Boat viciously attacked, destroyed by some kind of animal below the water. I'm safely ashore at an ancient sunken chapel made of stone. Mulder is out there on another part of the ruins. How does she know that? But with the sound of distant gunfire, I worry what he has stumbled into. My only hope is to navigate the ruins and hope that they connect with Mulder's location. That's a lot of assumption there. My mind is playing tricks. I must be hallucinating. I thought I saw a man standing right in front of me who said something in Russian, but only for a moment. I can find no sign of his presence. Could he have been the entity that communicates with Agent Mulder? Yep, you're totally tripping. Krychek's forces have fallen under control of the entity, the mass delirium weakening their will and making them susceptible to his power. As Mulder said, our need to resist or serve to stop from becoming one of the mindless legion. Oh, is to resist or serve, sorry. The alien power source is in a chamber beyond the monastery doors. If there's a way to cut off or block the alien energy, this man will no longer be a conduit for its power. So I'll just shoot him. Makes sense? The small piece of alien artifact has rebonded with its larger counterpart. This man that has harnessed the energy, while he appears to be just an elderly man, approximately 90 to 100... Really? Looks pretty good for 90 to 100 years old. In age, must have something alien in his physiology that made his connection to the artifact possible. Mulder missing. And again, this is normal, you know. The artifact is creating a seismic event. There's no telling what damage this release of energy will cause. Mulder missing. Typical snafu, isn't it? So that's pretty much it then. If we could just find Mulder. Oh, Moldy! Oh, Moldy plums! Come out, wherever you are. I'll just translate the symbol Scully, then you'll be able to go in.
Scully, there's a ship down there.
Mulder, we have to get out of here.
There's alien life down there.
Now, Mulder.
Yeah, I lost the artifact, so let's get our asses out of it. It was nice of the aliens to turn the light on.
Scully.
Turns her over, turns out her face has been eaten off by sand vermin.
Scully, you have to look.
Mulder! What happened?
Well,
we totally ripped off the X-Files movie, but, you know, other than that,
There is
nothing
pressure
happened.
on this body from the Attorney General's office to put together an accurate picture of what happened in Red Falls, Colorado, as well as the Tunguska River region of Siberia. The pieces of this puzzle, as presented in both your reports, include an alien artifact with the power to raise the dead, a hidden biotech company funding a project to produce psychic clones, and a Russian man described here as an entity who somehow had the power to control an army of avatars and the undead. Look, your version of the facts read like the elements from a science fiction video game.
if you want to characterize
me,
the
there's
truth
much
as a
better
video
video
game,
games.
then you should stop the men who were pumping quarters into the machine.
Countless numbers dead. Millions
You know what,
of
that would
dollars
actually
in
be
damage.
funny
Do you
if
think
this
this is
game
a
was playable
joke,
at an
Agent
arcade?
Mulder?
It's neither a game nor a joke. We were used by a shadow.
By a shadow conspiracy of men within our government who wanted this alien power for their own purposes. I read the report, Agent Mulder. A serious accusation, but like so many other incredible and implausible entries in your story, I don't see how we can include it in our final report to the Justice Department. The one fact that remains undeniable is that you were exposed to unhealthy, mind-altering doses of radiation and
Who's
toxins.
this guy in the
Isn't that correct,
foreground? He
Agent
looks
Scully?
absolutely
Correct.
high.
As is your description of these events as being incredible and implausible, but they are the truth.
Frankly, Agent Scully, that sounds like something we would have expected from Agent Mulder.
I bore witness to these events. I held tangible evidence of alien life in my
I'm
hand.
good
I
at
don't
being a
doubt your sincerity,
ventriloquist
Agent
dummy.
Scully, but as a woman of science, you must appreciate our position, unless you're still in possession of this tangible evidence. Because this board is split on
Kind
what the
of lost
future
it.
of the X-Files office will be, I am going to defer to your direct supervisor, Assistant Director Skinner, to decide what action should be
Because
taken.
goodness knows he's got enough
Agents
shoulder
Mulder and
space to
Scully
think
both
about.
ignored a direct request from my office to step away from their case after the tragedy in Red Falls. I would recommend an official reprimand for their actions, but I temper that with the fact that if not for their actions, more lives would have been lost. We will never fully understand how the pieces of this puzzle, as you describe it, fit together, which is exactly why the
Why is
X-Files
he
office should
purple?
remain open.
I'm just warning you to tread lightly, Agent Mulder. They're looking for any reason to shut you down.
What, does Kirsch have us on double secret probation?
If you won't listen to me as your superior, at least listen to me
He's
as a
playing with
friend
himself.
of you and of the X-Files.
Just what Kirsch wants. He keeps making us and Skinner look foolish. He'll ride this pony right to a promotion. The men behind this get what they want, a story of necessary and plausible denial, and we get sent back to the basement with the dunce caps on.
Do you really believe that, Mulder? Is there no victory that you can take from this?
Well,
We
I got to
stopped
snog
them.
you
I
again.
know it's not over, but we stopped them from winning this battle. How many more people would have died if we had failed? And the smoking man, Krychek, these men were left with nothing.
I want to believe that, Scully, I do. But, now you're right. As long as we're together, it's a victory.
Aww. And we are officially done with this game. Honestly, this has been an interesting replay through. Final thoughts. Final thoughts. Because I did give a kind of sum up last time. Basically, if you want to know what this, if you want to play something, that's kind of what this game should have been, play Alan Wake on the Xbox, because that has all the elements that this game could have been. This could have been a Monster of the Week episode. It could have been, you know, they started out with the witchcraft thing and didn't even follow that up. There are far too many loose ends in this. It has nostalgic value. I mean, I've enjoyed coming back to this and ripping a hole in it. I guess just because there was so much lead up to it when it was initially released. When I finally got to play it, it was so disappointing. It just absolutely broke my heart. But it is fun to keep coming back to every now and then, just for nostalgic value. There are some kind of banter parts that are fun. Some of the combat is again, while annoying, because, you know, if they'd had melee weapons, it would have been a lot more enjoyable. But it's just... It's really odd. There's just so many elements that, if done correctly, could have worked, and they just didn't follow up on things. And like as I was saying, there are so many elements, like the witchcraft, like, say, a tentacle monster in the lake. There are so many things just brought up and then never explained, never investigated. You know, they could have had this whole thing where, I mean, I mention Alan Wake purely because that is a kind of psychological thriller, and the one thing that the X-Files was good at was being a psychological thriller in some of their Monster of the Week episodes. And if you'd had, like, I don't know, a sequel to Fluke Man or something, brought back an old enemy or something, they could have had some amazing, and like I say, Alan Wake, you do a lot of stuff rummaging around in the woods, and, you know, on the X-Files they did a lot in the woods, so that's why I bring that kind of correlation up, and I insist, if you want to see how this could have been, play that. But this, it has its values, and I have enjoyed going back to it, but you'll have to forgive my lack of enthusiasm, because I have been playing this, you know, kind of back-to-back Mulder and then Scully. And like I say, Mulder's part is a lot more combat-driven. So I think that's why I've kind of played that more times. So come the time that it's Scully's thing, I'm a bit kind of playing it blind.